is AI going to cut down on how long implementations take? So they can, right? So some use cases for AI that I've seen work really well, right, are testing, right? But they need to be overseen, right? So go in, click this button, make sure this button works, and then give me a log on, what you're doing, right? So there is some testing AI that I feel like is helpful. I think there's possibility that it could cut down on how long it takes, but we cannot skip the important steps, right? We can't skip understanding all of the integrations, right? We've gone from like a IT department that oversees core systems to a lot of times that's outsourced, right? And they still need to be very much involved in that, but their whole job is to oversee integrations, right? Because there's so many of them, right? We have so many systems in our stack. We need to make sure that the data and integrations are helpful. So I think that's a tough question. I don't think we should be in the mindset that it's going to cut down on it, but we also shouldn't be in the mindset of like, we can't use AI at all because, that's just holding you back. Let me put it this way. It is not going to cut down on the hard work that it takes to do a successful technology implementation, right? When a client sends a list of project deliverables, they are clearly just using Copilot copy and paste. Well, that shows a very uninformed client, right? Copilot can help with that stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think I would feel sympathy for a client like that because clearly they don't understand what they're buying and they're at a huge risk of getting taken advantage of because vendors can sniff that out, faster than anything. So, let's see. Still need a human in the loop. A documented business process can assist. That's a good use case for AI too. I think process mining, I said in 2025, it's a year of process intelligence, not artificial intelligence. And I think that's a huge piece of it. Let's see. How frequently should projects be pressure tested or audited? I think audited every quarter. Especially if you have a bigger implementation is usually the cadence I see. Pressure tested is a whole another subject in that. When we're looking at like an AI agent, that pressure testing should be done very frequently if the agent is not behaving in the way that you need it to. And that takes a very, savvy operator to look at. So the way that we talk about manufacturing operations and being an AI operator, that pressure testing is something that should be done before it's implemented, right? We call it red line testing a lot of times. We do that a lot with robots and machinery because they're in cages because they'll, kill someone, right? Or guess I shouldn't say that on the internet. I don't know what I'll get in trouble for on TikTok, right? Let's see. Using AI should be an afterthought rather than the main reason you're doing something. Absolutely. And as we talk about a lot of times in these implementations, it is boring. It is the boring part of the project. And we've seen, like, back to Oracle, I was evaluating an architecture the other day, and they have 30,000 agents in there just to say they have agents, right, in their conversation. And it's like that's not helpful, right? It might be helpful to some clients, but we don't need to use every single agent just to say we're using agents. If it's helpful, use it. If it's not, don't. If you don't have someone to oversee it, it's not going to take a seat in your business, right? So I'm going from IT to policy analyst. I hope to get into tech policy and governance. I think that's awesome. Very cool.